wanted to go over a technique, well, a couple of techniques and some strategies that we use for opposite lead. Okay, so normally if we're right hand to right hand, we're a mirror image of each other going across the way. So if you get a lefty or whatever, just opposite, maybe you smacked him on that hand and he shifted over and now he's fighting left-handed. What are some ways to deal with this? So the typical thing that I'll say is with an opponent right off the bat is generally I don't want to be on the inside of him. If you can see this line, there's a line between our two front foots. When we're this way, I usually like to be on the outside as much as possible, because that allows my power shots to come down on his exposed arm. It kind of lines up his hands, get me a little bit on his flank. If we both know this, we're both playing the game where we move off and we're going to move around, probably circle a little bit. But that's part of the game there, is you move outside. If you don't know, they may just sort of pivot in place and still allow me power shots to the outside of the arm. And that's generally a good thing. For me, all of my, if his hand's here, all of his technique is coming this way, single-handed or double hand. So even if he comes up to like a high load here, it's the same way. I still want to be to the outside of that line, so everything is coming this way. My counter and my attacks are all coming to the inside. So that one's pretty straightforward, right? A lot of people don't recognize that one, but it's a good sort of super basic, move to the outside, attack that outside arm, just drop power shots on there, and you're going to cause a reaction. So a couple of techniques, that's essentially working this one flank. You can obviously go deeper if you want to go and move off to the side. That's always there to go in deeper. Now the next piece of it is how do you go inside and when do you go inside? So a lot of times, I will set this up with the outside. I'll be dropping shots this way, and sort of let them get used to that one. So there's two ways to go from this one, or I can use a jab-centric position here, where I'm going this way. And now I'm going to go to the inside. Okay, I'm going to take my big offline step here as I go this way, and I'll come lateral this way. So I might be work my jab here, come in and out, as I move across. So that's a backhand, either full slash or jab. However, as I move through, I won't stay there, but I'll keep moving through. So again, I might move the outside, work my reactions, and then shift the other direction. And then what are the other lines? The problem with this, of course, is that it's a fairly big movement, and he can kind of reposition, just block. He can cover up and hide behind that hand, either way. So as a big slashing motion, obviously it works. I still hit the guy, but maybe I want something different. Maybe this is a sword and not a stick. So same technique. I shift the outside. Want to work him this way. And now the other thing here is I'll start this line down, and then I'm going to drop into a thrust. Okay, and so that gives him less warning that it's coming. It doesn't have a big slashing motion that he can block easily off of it. So we're going to go here, 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 bang. And I'm going to thrust through as I come through. And again, that one's really quick, and especially if you've been sort of using this motion, and I've brought my tip online, and now I can offline step and hit. And the key word like this is our offline long distance thrust, which is what we're using for. So that's a really simple, now the danger side of this is every time I shift here, he has that technique on me, right? If he's aware of it, he can hit that offline step here. So there's a little bit of a metagame in there about I have to be aware, but also this is my power and my guard. He's typically on my inside, so I'm watching. So if he tries to do just a thrust, it's relatively easy to redirect a thrust that way. And it's one of the reasons I want to stay to the outside. But it's part of the game as you go back and forth if you're both sort of aware of the same techniques. So often when we're both aware of it, it doesn't work as well because we're both looking for it. If you get someone who's not aware of it, it's a pretty good set of techniques. So hope that helped.
Ooh.
Sword my elbow.
Oh, nice. That was a great angle too. Scott, you're keeping inside of his feet.
Yeah.
Time.
Good.
Good.